Hello and happy end of January, and if you can say that. I'm back at the old oak where I talked a little bit the last time, and for so many years I've thought this place as a wonderful place for storytelling. This is Gamaleika, the old oak. She's very old oak in the forest, very close to where I live, and yeah. It's a bit too cold to actually stay out and have a long talk right now at this place, but anyway, I'm trying it out. So, hi and happy end of January. Yes, happy end of January to you all. Now, yes, it's the 30th of January, one day left before February. And as I told you about on the 13th of December, I put out a video on Patreon about the Hökunat, which was dated to the 13th of January back in the 10th century. But before that, this night was on the first full moon after the first new moon after the winter solstice, and this year that would have been on the 28th of January. So the 3-day long Midwinter blot, the sacrifice and celebrations that took place at Hökunat for 3 days would have started on the 27th of January and ended on the 29th. So we are now in the month of Frosty, also according to of the frost month. I mean, of course, the month of Thorri, which is the frost month, yeah, and it started after Hökunat in the olden days. So it is also around this time that they celebrated Imbolc, and according to some people, they also celebrated something called Disablot at this time, the sacrifice to the goddesses. But there is also other sources that tell us that the sacrifice to the goddesses happened on the vernal equinox. So I'm going to wait with that talk because I've been delving into something else, the Rafnagaldur, because of its role in the Idunn myth that I have been talking about lately. So yes, this is now to my patrons. I want to say thank you so much, because already your support has made it possible for me to actually quit one of my 2 healthcare jobs, and I'm very happy about it because I prefer the other one. and I already have enough support to actually set aside time to it's not that cold actually right now. Well, it's minus 10 Celsius, but you get used to it, and I walked and got really warm before I came here. And I don't have a script, I notice. I haven't really planned this talk, so where was I? Yes, let's see. Well, yeah, I was going to say that I already have enough support to spend more time working with lectures, so that I hope to be able to provide at least one big lecture and some small talks and other work every month for my patrons. So thank you so much. I'm almost halfway there, actually, almost, to actually become free to spend all my time doing this and maybe even finish my book projects. At the time being, while working on the Idunn lecture, I have so far published 2. The first one about the Skaldskaparmål, and then the second one about the Haustlang, the skaldic poem Haustlang. And I'm now working on the third part, the Rafnagaldur, and I did try to translate this poem many years ago, and when I looked through my notes, I had to start over again, basically, and I had to look through many other different translations, because this poem is perhaps one of the hardest to translate, which is why it's not usually present in the normal Edda translations. It's also, some people have believed that it was a very late edition, that it's not actually I put this camera in a tree, so yeah. A very late addition to the Edda poems, and might not be pagan, but the more I go through it, the more I'm thinking that it could actually really be based on very old mythology too. But I will discuss that, and I keep my mind open about this. So anyway, happy Imbolc. If you celebrate deserting, happy deserting. I hope you had a really nice midwinter blot if you did that. And otherwise, again, thank you, patrons. The Rafnagalde part, the third part of the Idunn lecture, will be available next weekend, I think. I had to, because I don't have, I had to work this last week's in the other job, so I couldn't just stay home and finish the lecture. But it's gonna be good, and it's better that I spend time making it really, really nice than rushing it, basically. So thank you for listening and watching, and goodbye to next time.